Well, that's not good. Hey, welcome back everybody. Back at the house, and we've got some progress being made. The guys started working this week. It's now Saturday, so they started working on, I think, Tuesday, and they've already painted the top cabinets, but they ran into some issues with some of the bottom cabinets. So I'm gonna do a two-tone cabinet color. I need to find a tape measure. I don't have a tape measure, but let's go inside and take a look. This cabinet was behind the fridge, and that looks terrible. So I'm gonna need to take this one out and put a new one here. I think that's the best way to go. So I'm gonna measure, see what size this cabinet is, go get a new one, and we got a little bit of the same rod here, but I'm just gonna put a new piece on the side of this. Get rid of that. So they're taping everything up, get ready to paint the ceilings, which they refloated everything to make it look nice. You can see they patched up a bunch of little holes in the wall. But once I get the cabinet situation done, that way they can paint those, I'm gonna go ahead and replace all the outlets and switches in this room, and we'll start rocking and rolling. But first, I'm gonna get a tape measure and measure that cabinet so I can go buy a new one. Alright guys, I got these cabinets knocked out for Sebastian. Sebastian's here. What up, bro? And we got his whole crew back there eating some lunch. So now that I got that done, I won't be in their way when they're painting the cabinets, and it won't hold them up next week when they start painting those. But they finished taping everything up, at least everything we want to keep protected. All these nasty light fixtures, I just told them to leave as they were because we're getting rid of those things. They're disgusting and they look ugly. So while they're eating lunch, I'm gonna go through and replace all the outlets and switches so they look nice and clean whenever we get the new paint on and put the new covers on. So let's get at it. While they're painting, y'all can see why I'm changing out these outlets. These things are disgusting. This was a white outlet. That's a white outlet. Thought they were beige, but I cleaned one off and it is actually white. That's how dirty it is. But we're gonna change these out. And a fun little bit of knowledge I learned is that black on brass will save your ass. Okay, so I'm replacing all the outlets and I came across this one which fell into the wall when I was unscrewing it, and showed me that there is a problem. If you look, that is what the stud used to be. Yuck. Looks like it's rotted a pretty good bit. Sheetrock's not wet, that's surprising. But the stud is rotted out. Here's some dirt I pulled out earlier, and I'll show you what happened. Let's go check it out from the outside. Okay, so I pulled a piece of siding down, and it looks like they replaced the siding here because there must have been a leak or something, but they didn't replace the backing board. If you see this just goes in. There should be a piece of OSB or plywood right here that this Tyvek sits on top of, and the Tyvek X has a water barrier, but it's not supposed to be perfect. So you can actually see some insulation through there. You can't, but I can in real life. So we're gonna have to go in and pull the siding from the bottom all the way up to here, which will be interesting because the way siding works is it actually works from the bottom to the top. Start at the bottom and work your way up, not from the middle down. So we'll have to figure out a way to do that, but we got to get back there, tear out any rot that we see, and get it back in action. You don't want to have a half finished house, so we'll get that knocked out and we'll be rocking and rolling. All right, guys, I'm calling it a day there. I've already left the house, but I needed to film an outro, so super pumped with the progress we made today. I was happy to get back in that reno mode and get some stuff done on the house. Got 90-something% of the light switches and outlets replaced with new ones. Got a few switches left. There were 3-pole switches, and all I had was single pole, so I'll have to go back and do those. And I've got 3 more GFCIs that needed to be replaced. But while I was there, I also got the cabinets done, which would have held up paint progress, so had to get that done today. So I got the rotted cabinet in the kitchen next to the fridge just completely replaced, and I put a new panel on the side of the island cabinet that looks like somebody just spilled water on it and never wiped it up. But it's the problem with unfinished cabinets, you got to paint them to protect them. It's just raw wood, and that veneer is so thin, you get water on and let it sit, it'll start to bubble up and look nasty. So got that taken care of, so they're ready to rock and roll on the bottom cabinets, which I'm pretty pumped about the color we went with on the bottom. Going with a two-tone look in this kitchen that I'm pretty excited about. But the team was able to prime the ceiling, prime the entire master bedroom, and they even caulked the trim around the entire house, so everything looks amazing. And that first little coat of primer has done so much for the smell of the house. I can't wait to get everything else painted. On the docket for next week, we've got paint going on the walls, paint going on the doors, the baseboards, so we should be looking at a completely different house at the next episode. And while I was there, I also found out that Sebastian, the guy that's in charge of all of our renovations on this project, wants to rent the house. So it's always great going into a project with a renter ready to go, and it's even better knowing that the renter is my contractor who does a great job. So I'm super happy he wants to rent it. I'm happy to rent it to him and continue to work with this guy. He's a young guy and he's doing awesome work. So look forward to seeing what he can do, and look forward to showing you guys the progress in the next episode. So if y'all made it this far and you're not already subscribed, what are you doing, man? Hit the button. I'll see you guys in about a week or so. Other than that, have a great week. Thanks for watching. Peace.